Hey everyone, today I'm going to do a landing page teardown for three websites. The reason I chose three websites is because all the three websites are almost similar, not almost, they do the same exact thing, but it was just built by three different people. The whole idea is if you have a Zoom event that you want to publicize or want audience for a Zoom event, you usually share a Zoom URL where you just collect the email and the first name, last name. That URL usually is ugly looking, and these websites are trying to create a landing page on top of that. So that's the whole idea. The reason I chose this idea or this particular set of websites is because I have a friend who wanted to build a similar idea, and I did some competitive research and found that these three URLs were launched almost 2 weeks back. So that's the main reason I chose this. I will do a separate video where I'll explain about the idea itself and how it can or cannot work out and how to improve upon the idea. But today, this is going to be just a landing page teardown, just a audit of the URL of these three URLs. So first is Zoom URL or zmurl.com. Just by looking at the page, it is beautifully designed. It has all these colorful um, pages, but it actually shows you how a landing page will look if you sign up for this and create a landing page using this. But the only issue or the only downside I have is this heading. This heading, it just says organize delightful Zoom events. It doesn't show or it doesn't clearly explain what uh, a user is supposed to get. Is it online course, or is it ebook, or is this SaaS software? I I don't get that immediately by reading this. I have to look at these screenshots. I have to scroll down. Then I see, oh, a website that elevates your event. Even this copy needs to be improved because that elevates your event. Elevates is just a fancy word that you just put around. It just doesn't give you any information about how it is going to elevate, how your event becomes better by using this service. So that's the main thing. I just have a problem with the copy. Uh, Looking at the title, you can see that they have put in a good title. It's beautiful website for your Zoom event. It's clear, crisp heading. I would suggest to just switch uh, this organized, delightful Zoom events to beautiful website for your Zoom event. That makes it very simple because your target audience is going to be, uh, say, musicians or uh, yoga instructors, fitness instructors. They don't uh, know why they need to use your product. But if you say beautiful website for your Zoom event, it makes it clear. And if there is a way to make this work, even if you don't have Zoom or if you have some other service, I think you can just convert it to beautiful website for your online training or for your online events. So that will be the only change that I would do for this heading. And the button is there is a clear call to action. You want them to sign in with Zoom, so you have a OAuth uh, link here. But if you don't have a Zoom, or you just want to try it out, you can just continue as guest. So that's the main problem I have with this website. Otherwise, the screenshots, they look fantastic. They they are well designed. They really show that what the image is, the image or the cover image is the main uh, one third of the page, and it clearly shows what the event name is, what the date and the time, and the meeting info, everything. So this app or this landing page is well designed, and it also has these additional features like where you can prevent Zoom bombing. I didn't know that there was such a thing, but yeah, it does make sense because you want to protect your Zoom URL so that people who got the URL, they can't just join. So I think, but Zoom already has a password protected Zoom links, but I think otherwise the page is well designed and it's great. And the final section also has a call to action that is also good. What are you going to host? I think that clearly shows what the end user needs to do. And this hub headline is also good. Create a beautiful website for your event in 2 minutes. You can even use this here in the top headline. So that's what Zoom URL does, and it's pretty good. Now let's go to the second page, second site. This is called JoinStream.io. So this is a very simple website. There's too much green, which though I do like the color green, I don't like this for as the main background color. But it's also good. It's not too badly designed. There's no distracting elements anywhere, and uh, the screenshot, it looks like it is a separate app, a Mac app. It may give a wrong impression for the user, saying like, do I need a Mac? Is it a separate app that I have to install? All these questions come up, right? So instead, just having a plain screenshot makes it simple, and it really shows that it's going to be a web app. Or if you want, you can put in a web browser. So uh, that's the feedback I have about the screenshot itself. Coming to the copy, create a live online event with Zoom. This copy also needs some work because Zoom basically is the tool that you would use to create a live online event. What are you going to give? So that's not clear. Just maybe the similar feedback that I had for Zoom URL, just add a website. So create a website for your live online event. I think that will be a better headline than this. There's a clear call to action, get early access, and just takes to a so it just takes to a sign up page. So there's a clear call to action here, and it shows 3 steps that the user would have to go through. You quickly create a website to promote your virtual event, make money with tip donations or charge for event entry, and start your Zoom event live stream with one click. So I think this copy is okay. You can maybe, I think this copy is fine, and it also shows who the target audiences are. So this is pretty important. I am a user who came to this website, but why should I use it? Is it really for me? That's the main question that goes through my mind. And it is clearly for people who are trying to conduct online events, like musicians, fitness instructors, content creators, private tutors, small business. So even though it is a bit limited, the number of different users are limited. I think having this clearly mentioned here with sample screenshots, I think it's a good way to show your visitors that if you belong to these categories or somewhere where you fit into this would be the ideal software for you. So that's a pretty good section here. So the world's easiest way to launch a virtual event. So I don't get why they keep saying that it's going to be the easiest way to launch a virtual event. Like creating a Zoom link is even more easier than doing this, right? So I I think they should instead focus on what the benefits for the end user is going to be. You have a beautifully designed website with clear uh, clear information about the event itself, like the date and time, or the Zoom URL is going to be uh, easy to add, easy button to add the event to your calendar. Those kind of things are what you need to focus more on instead of just saying the world's easiest way to launch a virtual event. It's composed of just fluff words. So the last section also has the CTA, and so it seems like there is a pricing page. So for early access, it is free, and otherwise they just use Stripe and they pass it on to Stripe. So I think the landing page, looking at the landing page, it is decent. It is pretty good, and like I said, the only problem I have is the too much of green colors and a little bit of copy and the screenshots. So that's the main feedback I have about JoinStream.io. So coming to the third website, I saw this website in another marketplace where the creator was selling this. So this is called ShinyPass.com. So just commenting about the landing page, that's the whole idea of this video. Um, it it looks too generic. It's just like they just saw a free landing page template and then just threw in a few sentences. Like for example, this entire graphic at the right, it's not related to the website itself or the service that you are selling. And I would decrease the size of the logo and move it a bit more at the top, because we have gotten used to having the logo at the top left, and increasing the size of your headline. The headline and the subheadline needs to be together, but the headline needs to be bigger than the subheadline. And there is a clear call to action which says, yeah, the just paste your video link, and they don't care whether it's a Zoom link or online YouTube link, anything. So just paste the URL, you just hit start, you create a website. But coming to the headline, get paid for your video event. So the main difference between the first two websites and shinypass.com is it is a way to get paid for your video events. So um, I'm not sure if I were to run a free event, I would go here. So you're just um, splitting your user base or the visitors into two different segments, and the majority of users are going to be people who are going to try Zoom by creating free events, and they would come to this page. Okay, this is for paid events, let me just go away. So I think that's the messaging that you are giving here. So I would probably change the copy similar to the first two, and the uh, the the logos that they have put in here is a bit funny, because I have done some research about the website and I know how many users they have and who else is using this. So these are just links to some random AWS startups link. So these are not exactly testimonials or trust logos or anything. So these are just random logos that they found and put in. So uh, I- I'm saying this because since I've done the research about this company, I know who their customers are, how many customers they have. So I think I will have that for the next video, where I will explain about the uh, idea itself and how viable it is. So for this video, I'll just stick to the landing page teardown. So here also there are clear instructions saying paste your video invite link, customize your event page, and get paid. So looks like it is a paid only event website. So this is useful. Like, these are all the different types of users who would benefit from this, but it looks like a tag link. So I just want to try clicking on this to see if something changes. So maybe change this to something else, or like JoinStream did, if people click on the tutor, the screenshot could change. So that's the main um, um, feedback I have about this. So this is a video, I think, which walks through a sample use case, how they create a link and how you can pay and uh, get it. So I did try pasting a link and trying it out. It does require a Stripe integration, so you can't create free events, so that's a negative. So get paid for your video events, platform agnostic. So this is one advantage that they have. They don't care whether it's a Zoom link or Google Hangouts or anything. So just paste the meeting URL and it just gets shared to your audience. And free of charge. So they just link to Stripe or PayPal, and they don't take any cut out of it. Beautiful event page. Only customers can watch. Participant list. Sleep at night. Um, why do you want to add this? Free of charge, unlimited use cases. I wonder if these are real use cases, because real testimonials. Because, like I said, from my research, there are zero users. So just adding bunch of fake testimonials or um, logos that people uh, assume that they are users, that doesn't work. So get your ShinyPass now, and there is a CTA at the end. So it is a good enough page, but um, it's just for paid events, and I don't want to try my first event with this. So I wouldn't try this. So out of these three, I think Zoom URL is what I would personally use if I were running a Zoom event. It's beautifully designed. The landing pages, they look great, and um, it clearly uh, the message is clearly conveyed to the visitor. Like I said, there are a few copy changes that needs to be done. Otherwise, it is number one. Join stream would be number two, and ShinyPass would be a distant third. And I wouldn't use ShinyPass even if I were to run a paid event, because uh, I tried going through the process. I tried going through the process of setting an event, and the user interface was not inspiring. But sticking to the landing page, Zoom URL, JoinStream, and ShinyPass. This is the order I would go with. So that ends the landing page teardown. The next video, I'm going to talk about the idea itself, the reason why my friend wanted to build this, and what I suggested to him, and whether this idea would work out or not, all those things. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will soon post that video too. Bye.